what we want to look at is how do we create a personal development plan. We have been here for 2 weeks tomorrow, and in the 2 weeks you have undergone changes. Some have been changed spiritually because we've been having spiritual nourishments here every morning. Some have been changed in terms of how they should be handling students. And that has also changed your personal philosophy. Now, what we want to look at is how do we create a personal development plan? How we can create a development plan? How do we want to become better people? We are having even more advanced philosophies. Actions. An intentional action is something that you want to achieve. Think about and in the immediate future to enhance your professional practice. Then create a personal development plan template in your notebook. We are going to talk about action within 6 months. Just like we are to undertake this training for 2 weeks. We are finishing tomorrow. Have we sometimes you can set a learning much time will you invest? Maybe in a day? The goal. Then the last part of that template is the evidence of learning. How will I demonstrate that I have met the outcome? Evidence. How do you want to know? Now, these questions that we have under each of the columns, in the columns we have them in form of questions, but we want to see what are the actual things that you have written for yourself. If it is about timeline, what is your timeline? And remember, timeline is divided into 3. When do you want to start? How much time do you want to invest? And when do you want this work completed? So that is something that is going to take us close to between 10 to 15 minutes. Once you have the template, the ball is yours. Think about the learning outcome. Then identify the method you are going to use to achieve. But remember, our reference is in terms of advancing our professional practices. Which resources will you require? So you must also indicate the resources that you require to achieve. Now, to guide us on the process of identifying your learning outcome, we are supposed to ask ourselves these questions. We have got 2 questions here to reflect on as we come up. The first question is asking, what teaching competencies are my strengths? What teaching competencies are my strength? You can give examples. Then the next question, what teaching competencies do I need to improve first? You can also identify by examples. What are you best at? And what is this one that you usually do but you need some improvement? That can be an area that you set a goal in. If it is about the areas that you are good at, you can see how to improve them further. But if there are areas that you do but you still have challenges in, then you can see what do I do to achieve, what is the learning outcome to help me become a better professional in terms of practices. Because I believe you know yourselves. So mtu anajua tu mimi So as you said, these goals, are you going to solve in your strengths, areas where you have some small weaknesses? We will have presentations. In fact, we will have two desks per table. We have tables, two. And we will pick at random so that you share with us. Are you saying you are discussing your personal development plan with your friend? You cannot discuss the process of developing. You can share the product, but you cannot share the development process because you have got different strengths. Somebody who was sharing with us yes. We have one here. To learn about electric vehicles. That's my thought. Then when it comes to what the way I will achieve it with, I'll go to the industry. That's we call that that's a camera. It's vehicles of the camera. Then the time frames it will take around 6 months. And the evidence of learning and achieve the skills for the electric. Can we clap for him? To assist you in your professional practice. I assume that is handling automotive? Yes. So what about you? What is your personal development plan? Singum. Now you see, some people are getting points. Let us have another presentation from that table. A club for it. Kitu rahisi sana. Yeye anataka kuwa a certified assessor and developer. Method is going to get Cbet for trainings on the CBDs. Resources hapo sini training yake na walimu wa cash. Pay for fee. Time frame to begin in May. Yes, you said you beginning of May. When do you finish? So that is a short plan. The first presenter gave us for 6 months, and is beginning this month, and they will finish it. The next 6 months. Can we have another person presenting? Now we are realizing, have a battle presenting. Yes. Switch on.
My goal do the average, and what I will do to achieve this goal is enroll at Cbet, and what I will need is money, 100,000, and the trainers at Cbet, and time frame 1 year. Evidence of learning is a certificate.
Can you give me my class? For Ola. Take a clap for Ola. But your time frame is longer than 6 months.
I will have to inquire if doing pedagogy can be done under 1 year.
So you did not adhere to the 6 months that we talked about. But still, that is a personal development plan. Can we have another person presenting? Yes.
Mine is now graduate trainees who are well equipped with knowledge and skills aligning with the modern industry. So the learning method is I will conduct more research in my area of specialization and visiting industry visitation. Then resources needed are researchers equipment such as internet and computers, and then I need to establish industries which are modern, practicing modern knowledge, servicing and assembly of the automotive engineering equipment. And the time frame is bound for 6 months. And then the time frame was 6 months. Now evidence is that I was given a certificate of research.
How much time do I invest and when do I expect it completed? Do you cover all the three? From presenter number 1 to the fourth one now, have we covered the 3 aspects of time frame? Raul only said that he's beginning next week, mid-May, amemaliza. How much time do we? When are you beginning? How much time will you invest? Now that comes out, you did not mention that. Maybe in a day, how much time will you invest to achieve this activity? So the next presenter, ensure you capture the 3 components of time frame. Yes.
Okay, my personal development plan is actually to gain proficiency in 3 AI tools to enhance education in learning and administrative software. So the learning outcome, first of all, is to understand the functionality and application of AI in education setup. Number 2 is to apply the various tools to improve student engagement. Then on the learning method is to enroll tutorial. On the time frame, I think it will be 6 months, and I spent 3 hours weekly with at least 3 milestones of completing 1 AI tool every 2 months. And the evidence is that the certification for the online course and the successful implementation of AI-powered teaching and learning strategies.
A clap for it. Now that was comprehensive enough. As we move on, you will realize that there are developments in terms of how we are coming up with our personal development plans. Which table is left? We can see samples and finalize. Which tables we have this? This one is not presented. We will pick anybody from here. This one also. We will also pick anybody from here. Yes, proceed.
Okay, to me, I'm an automotive engineer, so my learning outcome will ensure I understand the basics of high using videos from YouTube, also hands-on activities, and also use interactive simulation in case study. The resources I need is videos, access to hybrid vehicles, and also some online materials like notes. My time frame will be 6 months. I use around maybe 2 to 3 hours a day from May this year to September. My evidence of showing that I've learned on how hybrid vehicle system works and ensure that I'm able to solve the problems related to hybrid ecosystems. Also, do more practical demonstration of.
Just give anybody, because everybody has a plan. Just give anybody the mic. Yes, madam. Nice. Proceed.
Mine is not as comprehensive as the rest, still needs a lot of improving. My learning outcome is to be able to improve my skills and knowledge in vehicle diagnosis, preferably through software, Launch and Zentia for Mercedes. My learning method is to utilize software resources first in the workshop, in automotive workshop. Then I also try to find a connection with the expert in the field of industry. My resources, I'll start with the diagnosis software in the workshop. For now, we have Launch and any other. And maybe also to look for specialists within or outside the school. My time frame 3 months, but still needs a lot of work since I still have to look for a specialist. Evidence of learning. Probably if I enroll for an online course or a physical course, I may get certification and also to effortlessly interact with more than one software.
A clap for her. The last cable. That was too comprehensive, and you said it was not. Now we are waiting to see a comprehensive version of that. Can we have this table? Just give anybody. Yes.
My learning outcome, I finished my master's project. The learning method, I need to get these professors who are allocated. Resources, there's a report I need to get for the industry, which I need to get it. Time frame, I need to start on March, and I need to allocate every 2 days in a week. I want to finish by November.
A clap for it. Are those presentations opening your eyes? Are you now able to even modify your development plan? Now let us look at a sample that we have here. There is this personal development plan. Now here we are told that the learning outcome is the ability to effectively use active learning strategies to engage learners in one of my classes. I'm assuming this is my personal development plan, that I be able to engage my learners by use of active learning strategies. The learning method that I'm going to use is talk with a teacher who is experienced in using active learning strategies. That is number one, because you can have more than one method. Number two is to review the active learning strategies in the active learning techniques resource guide. There is the resource guide that you have. You can always read through them again or go to somebody you think has more knowledge on the active learning strategies. What are the resources I need? Seek out a peer, that is if I'm to talk to a fellow trainer, or a variety of at least 3 different active learning strategies. Those are my resources. The time frame between April and May, that is for the first task. And the second one, if I'm to use the resource guide, I need also between April and May. So I can still achieve both at a go. Then the evidence is by the end of the term, I will have identified active learning strategies that I need to use in my class in the development process. I don't know whether this exercise is opening your eyes, that you can plan and achieve some of your goals one step at a time. Having achieved the goal does not mean that you stop. Majority of the presenters, fortunately or fortunately, are from automotive. And you will realize that he's talking about electric vehicles, she's talking about diagnostic, he's talking about hybrid. So when you even share some of these plans, maybe he did not have idea about the diagnostic tools or maybe the software. The other one was hybrid. He can borrow. After learning how electric vehicles work, he can again go and enroll. So you develop process after process, so that as you train in class, you are all round and you enhance and develop your professional practice. Thank you, and that is the end of my presentation. Let me welcome Mr. Anyona to pick from there.
Are we there? Yeah. Now you know how to come up with a plan. Ambia mwenzako sio planless. Kuwa planless ni costly sana. Ama mwangalie tu kwa macho kamuuliza mbona uko planless? Angalia tu kwa macho muulize mbona uko planless. I was also a bit observant, and I was able to tell that some of us are just seated, planless. Can you imagine? Planless. Uko tu relax, unajisikiza planless. Angalia mwenzako uone kama anaandika plan. Kama hajaandika muulize uko sawa kweli? Uko sawa hujaandika kitu? Na umwambie wacha kusindikisha wengine. Hawacha kusindikishana. Some people naona kwa simu ndio WhatsApp, amesoma WhatsApp zote. Remember, you need to have what? But it starts with a philosophy. It starts with a philosophy is a belief. And a belief doesn't have to be your belief. I don't know what I'm communicating. My belief doesn't have to be your belief. My philosophy is different. It is what tells my identity. Then we have the plan. You need to have a plan. A short-term plan, a long-term plan. I don't want to add more into that. But I want to find out if land is ready. Somebody wants to find out if land is ready. Akuja tuambie kama lunch iko ready. Now, have you written your plan? Is your plan in place? Then don't be planless. You have to write your plan. Karibu Kenya. In the afternoon, we have a very serious discussion here. And the discussion is about you. Tell somebody me. Yes. Personal development, professional development. That we arrive here on time after our meal. So please be on time. We start on time. We finish in good time. We said the other day that tomorrow is our D-Day, isn't it? And from the other side of the studio, everything is cooking and everything is going on well. So we want to release you in good time. You go and plan for tomorrow and prepare for tomorrow. But we have to cover what we are supposed to cover for the day. And we're almost there. We are doing well. The only disappointing thing is that some of us have not come up with a plan. Neither have we come up with a philosophy. What I'm seeing is instead some of us are dozing. It's like some people had a very long night. I don't know what caused the night to be long, but God forbid, we don't want to go into those discussions. Right? These are adults. Unajua kuna biashara mingi inaendeleanga kwa nyumba ama kwingine, watu wako busy. Right? So, please come in the afternoon. Let us wind up with professional development. Fungua roho. We want to see actually what makes a good trainer. This good trainer we keep on thinking about. What makes it? We shall also look at an example of what people say good trainers are. And then we shall be able to wind up and wait for tomorrow. So they are saying, chakula pale. They need 1 hour from now. Sister has. Yes. I think we shall continue. Now, are we there? Let's have some slight icebreaker that is going to make us think a bit. Do you believe that you are a critical?
Yes.
Then face this way. Face this way. Unajua ukiambiwa face this way, una face. Sindio? Ukiambiwa face this way, mbamba. Face this way. Face this way. If you are a critical thinker, Are you a critical thinker? You raise up your hand if you believe you. When you are so there's something called would you rather. But come on, you will because so much of you. Would you rather? Would you rather? Yeah? So can you tell your friend, would you rather? Nakiluya. Would you rather? All right. Look at that one. Would you rather you are invisible or be able to read minds? Can I hear your reaction? Can I hear your reaction? Critical thinking in place now. Hey, Akio, you have a mic on your table. Which one is better? 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 How many are for invisible? What? How many are for read minds? You can't have both. The logic get there is or, meaning either, not both. So can I hear some reactions? Can I hear some reactions? Yes or no?
Now, the need for me, I believe I should want to be visible because I'm imagining now I'm able to read everyone's mind and to see everything. And I can read each and every thoughts. I think crazy because you can do all the thoughts that you are having. So I should be invisible. Being invisible means I'm being able to see what you are doing, but you're not seeing me. So actually, I will be enjoying myself.
Hey, well, wacha kuchezea huko, kuja tu straight kusema. Unataka kuenjoy. Ongea kutoka.
I'm trying to communicate the truth. The invisibility and reading mind.
So which one are you?
I mean, invisible. When I'm invisible, I will enjoy myself. Actually, I will not be having, stress of, being in the thoughts of each and every one. Because when you are reading thoughts of people, you feel those thoughts.
Guy. I just want to be in people's business, but they can't see me.
Wewe bwana. Wewe kwa babu.
Sitaenda kwa babu, lakini there are better things to do while invisible.
That is better.
Yes.
That is not better. Watu huko nyuma mnafikiriaje? Somebody from Ngong, come to Ngong. Watu wa Ngong wataongea na nani? Madam Beauty, chukua hiyo mic. Madam Beauty, huyo tu mpe mic ataongea. Mwalimu.
I'm still thinking. Even this ball.
So which one are you? You can't be nowhere. You have to be the one. Which one?
Able to read minds.
Why would you want to read a mind? None of you what whose mind do you want to read? Let us listen. She's saying something. Say, madam.
To understand behavior of someone.
To understand the behavior? Yes. When you read a mind? Yes. What are you understanding? What do you understand what you already know? So you know this person wants to kill me. What else are you understanding? So are we there? Yes. There is another crazy one here. Look at this one. Which one will you go for? Which one will you go for? There is nothing like that. You can't be at the fence. You can't be at the fence. You have to be somewhere. Yes, ma'am.
I would, so for me, I would rather fight a crocodile than wrestle a lion, because wrestling a lion is like fighting a losing battle. You already know that you lose, but you just there. Ni kama relationship zetu zingine. You know you've already lost, but you're still there.
So where are you finding the crocodile? It is where? In the water. I want you to start thinking.
I think
When you're fighting a crocodile, actually you die because of suffocation, not because you have been killed by the crocodile. So it's better to fight the lion. You have better chances of surviving because you're in the same environment.
So he will rather fight. But what if I know how to swim? What if I know how to swim? Unataka Morana naongea. Yes, watu wanasema wewe ni Morana uongee. Hebu shtua wao.
I am not wrestled with a lion. I cannot. Obviously, I'll lose because it is more strong than, it's more powerful. But fighting a crocodile, I think I'll use some other tools to fight it, but not wrestling.
There's one here, there's a mic here.
Okay, for me, I'd rather wrestle because it's just a matter of wrestling, so I'll not be scared. It will not kill me, I'll just be wrestling. For the fighting with a crocodile, it may end up with some casualties, so I prefer the one just wrestling, no problem.
Are we there? Another crazy one is here. I will not say anything about that. Look at this one. Would you rather go back in time and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-grandchildren? Would you rather? Would you rather? Which one is better?
This question is subjective. It depends on what kind of ancestors you have. It depends on what kind of ancestors you have, so it's subjective. Personally, I wouldn't want to meet my ancestors.
You want to meet your ancestors?
No, I would never want to meet them.
Or they came from Sudan?
They have I've heard stories about my ancestors, and most of them are not good.
will not want to go to the ancestors. He has heard stories, bad stories about the ancestors. Hey, yes.
Me, I would like to meet my ancestors and ask them why our things when they get up,
Listen, somebody's.
I would rather go into the future and meet my great grandchildren because I want to see them billionaire.
What if they are thugs?
In the kind of the discipline that I've given my children, I believe they will be the best.
They say the small children have nothing to do with their parents.
No.
You are a mother. You are a mother to them.
What matters is what I'm doing now. I'm setting pace for them.
You are setting pace?
Yes.
You're only wasting your time.
No. I believe I'm doing the best I can.
Just provide and leave them.
No.
The world will shape them.
No.
You want to tell me some of you don't want to know where you came from?
No.
The origin of your great-great-grandfathers.
No.
You have nothing to do with that. What you found over there. Now, why do you want to go to the future and meet thugs, meet disappointment, meet people who are... Why?
Why? It's because, listen.
Hello,
listen. Why let me say grandchildren is because that when after all meeting and having my great grandchildren, I'll definitely go back to them.
Isaac,
I think it's better to go and meet my ancestors and going to the future to meet my great grandchildren for the following reasons. One, I'm very sure if they get to hear that I'm coming to them, those great grandchildren of the future, they will run away because they will regard me as very primitive.
You are a troopers.
Yes. And these other guys will slaughter for me cows because I'm bringing the money and knowledge.
So I would rather go to where I'm wanted than where I'm not wanted. Yes.
And what they say, in future if he goes to the school to visit them, they will say that is not my parent. I don't even know them. Yeah? Isn't it? Yes. How many of you are in schools where your parents visit you? Isn't it? Unauliza your dad, unakuja kufanya nini hapa? Kumbe ni mama, umekuja sisi kufanya hapa. Hata hujapaka mguu mafuta. Madharau yuko hapo mbele ya watoto hao mnalilia, wenye mnaswetia saa hii. Wataonyesha mambo. Ambia mwenzako utaonyeshwa mambo. Look at that one now. Look at that one. Look at that one. How do you find that one? How do you find that one? Hapa kunaenda aje? Kuna watu hawajaona hiyo kitu unaenda huko mbele. Look at that one. Would you rather be able to talk with animals or be able to speak all languages? Yeah? Can you wake up to scare?
I'd rather be able to speak in all languages because even animals they hear language. So if even animals they hear language, if you go to Germany, those dogs they know how to talk in German. So I'd rather be able to speak all languages.
Spanish, French, what? Luo, Kikuyu, anything.
Why? and the people can accomplish.
Who told you that you are wanted? To visit. Nani alisema? Mimi ningekuwa mtu ningeenda hapa chini, hapa juu. Napiga story na ng'ombe yangu. Leo utanipea maziwa. Alafu anasema hapana. Nauliza huko nani amekuja hapa leo? Ananipea story. Kama mnaona hapo story. There's somebody who said women have the ability to talk to animals. I don't know what it means. Which animals are you talking to ladies? The president is insinuating something. Ladies, you talk to animals. It is in the Bible, which verse? Genesis. Oh, because Eve talked to the serpent. She was confused by the serpent. Okay. Look at that one. What about that one? What about that one? Would you rather always have to say everything that is on your mind, or never be able to speak again? Yeah. Which one is better? Again, you are very good. Yes.
Being unable to speak again.
We are unable to speak again. Hello. What would you rather? What would you rather? What would you rather? Be able to say everything that is on your mind? Or never be able to speak again? Which one is better? Why? Why Jen? Why Jen Rose? Why would you want to speak again?
The verb there is speak. So I am able to communicate, but not entirely speak. Because if I were to be able to say everything.
Wani kuna kitu ambaye julikani? Nini hiyo?
We listen but we won't judge. We will listen but not judge.
Yeah? So which one is better? Yeah? So which one is better? How many of us by show of hands you go with? You are for the team, say everything. How many of you are for the team? I would rather be they are going to speak anything. I'm just there. Are we there? Look at that one. That one now is very interesting. That one is interesting now. That one is interesting. Elizabeth, are we together? Would you rather be without elbows? Would you rather without elbows or without knees? Yes, that different.
I would rather be without
without means, because everything elbows can do, there are some things the knees cannot. But the knees cannot do everything the elbows can do.
That is according to what he's thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, what is important?
Elbows.
Elbows. Nyanganya magogoti. Ninyi mko wapi? Wewe manda. Usemi kitu?
I better do away with me. Why? Because I can switch on a position and continue. But elbows, no.
Kuna mtu pale anauliza na watoto utabeba aje? Watoto utabeba aje? Si ni mwili unabeba mtoto? Ni tumbo. Utabeba tu. So, if you don't have elbows, you can still have children. If you don't have knees, you can still have children. Yes. How many of you have seen this video of this gentleman who has no limbs? Oh. How is he managing? But let me ask men. Men in the house, are you there? Men, where? Men, where? Men, where? Where it in elbows and where it in knees? I'm told lunch will be ready by 2:15. So that is what I've just been informed. So shida si kwetu, shida hii. Tulia tu lunch itakuwa 2:15. But now the parking lot. When I look at our parking lot, there is nothing written there. That does not mean that people don't have questions that are lingering in their minds. People have questions, maybe you wrote them on somewhere in your notebook. Now, a parking lot is a very important idea in your class. When you go to your class now, sometimes it is important, or in a workshop, you are facilitating a workshop, it is important for you to have a parking lot. You can see the parking lot. There's one there, and there's another one this other side. Why do we have parking lots in place? Parking lots are important because they avoid the presenter being distracted from the course of what the training is all about, and later on to find time and engage in some of the concerns that the audience may be having. Even in your class, some students may be having questions. These questions may throw you out of the topic or the learning outcomes. Such questions need to go where? To the parking lot. Then time will be found to do what? To act from them, because they are equally important. Are we together? So now that we don't have our parking lot full, that one is not there. This other one is not there. Do you have questions? Maybe perhaps you indicated somewhere in your notebook concerning anything that you have come across. Yes?
during the corona pandemic, most of us were taught and encouraged to use the LMS as a tool to instruct our students. Now we are getting another one, to me appears to be better than LMS. Now, which maybe if we could all brainstorm which of the two better, LMS and the ones the Padlet and the e-portfolio.
And the quizzes and the what?
Yes.
Yeah, for him, he's trying to look at it from that perspective. But that question, we can answer it quickly, isn't it? Yes, you want to say something?
Let me try to answer. For LMS, it provides all the portfolio, the budget, and the thesis. E-portfolio is different from LMS. Reason being, the e-portfolio helps you for documentation, for future relevance, and for LMS, you can upload the link of the e-portfolio in your LMS for easier accessory, and the budgets you can upload them there for easier accessible to the students for the materials that summer. Same with the quizzes. Yes. So LMS acts as an home or another tool, e-portfolio, Quizless, and the Badlet.
Another question, are these things free or we are supposed to purchase them?
They are free, yes. Like LMS, it is free depending on the type of LMS you are using. Since we have different types of LMS, yes. Some are free, some are being purchased. Okay? But for the e-portfolio, it is free since it is you who is developing it. Yes.
Yeah, what she has said in simple terms, those are in different spectrum, isn't it? One is housing, the other one. An LMS is the bigger picture, isn't it? Yes. An equivalent of an LMS can be implemented in many forms, depending on the software that is available, isn't it? If you are on model platforms, and many others that are available, right? But these are the things that we were doing yesterday. Those are small bits that are very specific, that can easily be housed within an LMS. Now, those are interactive approaches to enable technology to be used and be utilized in your sessions, right? Yes. Do you have LMSs from where you come from? You do, isn't it? I saw people teaching online. But when you are teaching online, remember there's a difference between going to Google Classroom, not Classroom, but using Microsoft Teams or Google Meet or Zoom and organizing for a class. That is not an LMS. I don't know whether I'm talking the same language here. That is not what? An LMS. An LMS proper, of course, will be where you are populating content. You are developing content and it is in there. And learners are able to interact with this content. And you are able to monitor what they are doing. Is there something like that? Where some teachers are, maybe let's say, they have editing rights, other, you have various rights in there, right? Yes. So that is what we are referring to as an LMS. Are we together? Anybody wants to add anything on that? because we are the parking lot. Your views are equally important. How many of you have an LMS in place as an institution? And then you are actively involved in developing content and uploading the content in there.
But it was shut down by what we were told as service providers. That's why I was
By a
and it
service.
disappeared in our
Uh-huh. Mr. Keta spends most of his time with the LMS, that platform. He can be saying something.
Okay. There is a national LMS body at Kenya School of Cbet, and all the institutions are you actually invited there. You can come there, and if your institution do not have an LMS, you can quickly set up one for free.
Can you kindly speak your contact? Okay. Good.
There was a question about LMS going down with the materials. But I hope you had a backup of the materials and you still have them. So we are moving on with the questions. We are moving on with the questions. Can we have more questions coming? Yes. So I have a question on teaching philosophy. From definition here of personal philosophy, we have that personal faith is your thoughts, beliefs, concepts, and attitudes about everything. It is your approach to living your life, and in this context, it is how you perform or how you perform your teaching activities. Now, I'm imagining actually a situation where we are having a unit being taught by several trainers. One is training in third year, the other one is training the same student in second year. Now, these two trainers have two different philosophies. Now, my question is, will these philosophies affect the learners? Will personal philosophy affect learners? Can we discuss, can personal philosophies affect learners? As we come up with our philosophies, what are the guiding principles? That is the first question we ask ourselves. Now, if you listen to the various philosophies that we have, why did you come up with that philosophy? What did you base your arguments on? Can we have responses? Yes.
When we were coming up with this philosophy, we were looking at the seven principles of Cbet. Majorly those were the guiding figures. And then again, you look at what I was referring to as the hygiene of all education, where we talk about the cognitive, the, the assertive, and the psychology.
So basically, with philosophies, I really do not believe that we can be having a diverse difference in terms of our philosophies. If we have philosophies in handling a specific unit, then there will be a relation between the two. So in as much as you are being trained by different trainers, their philosophies in approach to that unit can be that different. So really it cannot affect the student, because if you are talking about motor vehicle, it is about the same motor vehicle. Did you align your philosophy to the principles? And if you did, the other trainer also did, unless you did not have an open-ended philosophy where you consider those people you are handling. So I really think that we can never have a greatly diverse philosophy in handling a specific area of specialization. It will be different related. So they cannot affect the students unless we are not teaching from the heart, unless we do not have the content, unless we don't want to change the society. So look at all those philosophies. You realize that even humans will be revolving around the four. Another question? Yes, there was a question here.
Okay, this story usually dictates the future sometimes. So now, I am told that the previous lot who did the training in history want to still have the certificates. What informs us that we will have our certificates?
Certificates, history, and the future. That I will leave to those who come from Cbet, because the certificates are processed at Cbet. But I want to confirm that finally the certificates will come. Yes. Maybe the processing took some time then. And you see, the same way history sometimes can determine the future, they can use the same history to help them improve. Because I remember this training was done back at my college. It took time, there were a lot of stories, but finally the certificates came. They came and they got the certificates. So can we have maybe from the horse's mouth?
Yeah, the certificates will come. Finally, they will come. Finally. Now, it is important to note that there are so many trainings that are going on and that are taking place so far. So you can imagine the certificates that we are talking about, the number of certificates, and each certificate must be signed. So that is the logistic, ndio inachukua muda. Otherwise, finally zitakuja. Sawa. Yes.
Finally, zitakuja, but they will come. They will come. Another question? You are our parking lot. Another question? So all the questions are exhausted? Have you exhausted all the questions?
Our question.
Yes.
When are we coming tomorrow?
When?
Tomorrow. At 8, 9, or 10?
The time is 8. We still have program for tomorrow, very early in the morning before the graduation. So we come at 8, we finish up, and then we have our graduation. Was that in the parking lot? Was that question in the parking lot? Another one. We don't have another question. People are getting satisfied.
Somebody was asking about certificates. Sorry, I was answering a call that was from somebody. Certificates ilikuwa issue. Who was saying certificate? Manenos. Siuliza swali vizuri.
Bwana shauri. We from the previous lot.
Previous, say which previous?
Previous lot in December. At
you are a participant.
No, I wasn't, but I have friends who are participants.
Then let us not talk about something that you are not there about. But I can assure you, I'll talk about that.
So I was a participant at Nairobi Technical in December. And
which program?
Cbet. Yeah. And the certificates have not been come so far, so good.
Thank God, Cbet. This is Cbet. Cbet. Cbet is 1 week. Cbet is 2 weeks. So it is 2 weeks. Yes. Because we are aware of what we have done and what we have not done. People from Ngong, certificates have not been delivered to your institution. For the people who are trained earlier, tell them to check where the station where they were trained. So we have delivered certificates to almost, and I'm using the word almost because we are to almost all the stations. And the certificates are not delivered to you in person. They are delivered to the institution. So who are you supposed to ask? The principal. But as we have delivered. And even as we speak, next week, they are delivering 4 other certificates. And there's a whole, nowadays we don't have departments, directorate doing that. And we are sure that they are doing that. So, I don't know where you will be found to be given your certificate. Or would you rather we bring it to you in person? You would rather we don't, because we don't know your program. So they are left where? In the office. And they will be deposited there. Like this training certificates were printed yesterday. If you wanted to hear that, they were printed yesterday. Signing, the CEO was in the office, and I don't believe if they were delivered to his office, he doesn't sleep, he signs them all. So there's a message I got here yesterday, and if you want to read it, it's saying, I can read it for you, from the people who are concerned. They were saying, Iska knows how to read in English. And they behave like a faithful lady in the house.
Okay. Kindly provide graduation list for Nairobi. Oh, dear Ms. Anyona, kindly provide graduation list for Nairobi National Polytechnic to facilitate printing of certificates. Graduation list to remain. Graduation list to contain heading. Then includes graduation list for, and must include details of name, institution, and email/phone of participants.
Come on. Upper. Where is it? I said that. I'll ask for my message.
Okay, thanks.
Was yesterday. Sasa hii porojo unaisikia kutoka wapi? Walimu tuache nini? Porojo, but it is okay when it is coming. Wacha porojo. Uliza tu direct. Useme ile. One thing I know, the certificates have been printed. In fact, there are 3 people who came today, and their names are not there. Their names are not there. So, if there's anything about certificates in training, this people here, usisikize mtu, you have my number, call direct. So we don't have those kind of issues. Na wale ambao walifanya CBA, usiniulize maneno ya, uliza ule team leader alikuwa hapo. Wale walikuwa hapa. But one thing I can assure you, all certificates are delivered. And they are delivered in the office. Now, if the CEO of this place feels like she has to put the certificates in her office for a while, pass them to we bring certificates and we leave them where? In the office. Then the office from there will distribute to you. Is that well answered? So we don't have motion. Yeah. What? CBT? Yes, of course. Yes. He's asking, are they part of the CBT? Yes. If you did CBA, that's a CBT. This one is a CBT. So the points perhaps will clarify, because the points will not be the same, because these 2 weeks, the other one was 1 week. And again, it doesn't mean that you get a certificate when you finish. It also depends on other issues like attendance. So you may find your certificate is not there. Take the initiative. Maybe when you go to the office, it's about facilitation, right? Facilitation. So things are not going to be the same again. I don't know whether I'm communicating to people here. Yes, not the same again. For example, there's the issue of attachment. You go for attachment. When is the last time you went for attachment? And who told you you cannot go for attachment? You can go for attachment. Have you tried? Or there's no need. It is for learners or trainees. You can also go for attachment. It is something that is highly encouraged. To be of what? It is coming, it is in place. Even here I'm told you are still automotive or hospitality and automotive. Yes, I heard something like that. I've even seen videos created by this team here, covering the same in YouTube. I've seen quite a lot of that in place. If you go to YouTube, I think I've seen, they're doing a good job, isn't it? Trying to ensure everything is out there, everything is being seen. So if you have those questions that you believe it is anything that you feel touches or is beyond us, we can always escalate it to the relevant officers. Are we there? You will not say so and so say, so and so say. No. It is coming from this training. So I wanted us to agree on something. And I'll request, I'm not seeing our person, Wachakula, someone. But in the absence of the person, the timekeeper, the president are here. Is it possible that our tea is ready like yesterday? Yesterday we took our tea water 4. Let's say by around 3:50 our tea is ready. So that when we come here after lunch, yesterday the timekeeper gave you, was it 30 minutes? What we can keep up? 30 minutes, I think. Then we agreed and people were able to come back from a few, one and Kibuta. So we come back and we release ourselves by around 3:45. We take our tea and we leave in preparation for tomorrow. So is it possible that we can do that? We can go have our lunch. What time is it now? 2:05. They are saying lunch will be ready by 2:15. But we can take those other minutes, 10 minutes to wash our hands, stretch a bit, go downstairs, queue, take your lunch, so that we are here at least by 3. So we take an hour. So that we may touch 4. Because we need about another 30 an hour. So would you rather you come early, we leave early, or you come late, we leave late a bit? Can you run that session? And then you agree and inform us, please.
What time we come? Because lunch is 45 minutes and it's 2:15 now. We do less than 45. So by 2:45. By 3:10. It's Anyona by 3.
So if people come here by 3:10, then we shall leave here before that. I want us once for all, let us get this. Like I'm very sure those of you who are here when Madam was conducting the session, you are very few. And And I'm sure people don't even know what we talk about. Hawana philosophy. Hata hiyo amekuja tu sasa amekaa na kwa darasa anaingia mahali. Sisi hapana kabisa sasa. Hapo ndio chakula ni important. Can you imagine somebody who came, they are not inquired what you have done, what it was, they are just seated waiting for America, they go take lunch and they go. So, jamaa, kuna tofauti sana na kununua secret na kununua kununua. Si ukuje uulize watu wamefanya kitu gani. Hata ubaki kidogo, hata kama ni 10 minutes, 20 useme, wacha nifanye glorify. At least ni kweli. Hizi vitu ufanyie mtu, unajifanyia wewe mwenyewe. And some people, for whatever reason, they have bitterness which you can't cure them. You need prayers, my brother, my sister. This thing will kill you. Bitterness will do what? It is not Anyona or whoever who has made that to your heart. Whoever who gave to you those bad things, go and talk to these people. Pray God. Go for a swimming pool, they are swim. Enda tangu utembea kama wazimu, urudi kama uko sawa. Sisi hatuna mambo mingi na watu. Sawa. So don't allow yourself to have negative energy. That's how we call it, isn't it? Negative energy is energy that can destroy you. Stress, when is stress? That's why I'm stress because of this. But I'm not saying that that is what is happening, but I'm very sure because I've been in this profession for a long time now, I know that is what they look at. Change your heart sometimes. Give time. Be serious with what you're doing. And that is how you impact even those who you teach. Ile mchezo uko nayo hapa, I'm very sure, and I'm talking in front of the students here, with the prayer for us. Wait and see. The same jokes, the same way of teaching. When you come out of baptism, in fact, you came here to even worse. Skype, and you call and go out of Sema tu it is enough, isn't it? Sasa tunaenda mbele, si ndio? But we have not come here to judge anybody. We are here to have about time, isn't it? On how we know these things. We want Cbet everywhere. Cbet everywhere. And we want to have the best out of our learners. Without much ado, maybe the spiritual leader can say a prayer and then people can go and eat. And remember the timekeeper said time. Please repeat the time.
By 3 we begin.
By 3 we begin. Na timekeeper kama watu wajakuja hapa by 3, usikuje kuniambia time imeisha. Usije.
Na watu wakoje.
Let us pray for our food. Our Father and our God, we want to say thank you for your care for us, O Jehovah God. And you have provided to us this afternoon, O Lord. We are not taking it for granted. We thank you and we take it with thanksgiving in our hearts. Even as we remember those who do not have Almighty, we pray that you may provide unto us. This is our humble prayer of faith. In Jesus' name we will pray. Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mato. Poa sana.
Inachukua kila mara. Niambie.
Kazi mingi.
Nataka mtu aone kwa YouTube utamwambia afanye.
Nataka
kwanza niweke pesa sasa.
namwambia ingie. Net ndio ni kama iko chini. Sasa naambia ingie kwa NTI. NTI ICT Club TV. ICT Club TV. Sasa ile Nairobi Ford
si uko baba sana ni andika tu nipate.
Siakate tu live for now. Hadi saka inaendelea.
Anataka aike background music.
Sibenda.
Who said me who?
Actually, that will depend on